All right, guys, we are back with the Edison Format Finals at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got John Vigil on the left playing Diva Hero Beat versus Ryanide. On the right, playing Pure Lightsworn. So this tournament was 4 rounds Swiss, cut the top 4. John was X1 while Ryan was the undefeated. Now, John's only loss in the Swiss rounds was to Ryan, so this is a rematch. We'll see who will get this win here. Now, these two have quite a few wins on the channel already. John's got 10, while Ryan's got 7. So we'll see. I don't know if have these two faced off in the... Yes, the last time I remember they faced in the finals once before when John was playing Machina and Ryan was playing Lightsworn. So kind of a rematch from the finals recently. All right, so John Rhodas for Stratos, searches alias. Attacks the set monster, which is Ryko. Ryko's a Stratos, most honest charge, and Lila. Then John sets 2. Passes to Ryan. Now, who am I going to root for? Here comes Trap Dust Shoot. All right, so Ryan's hand is Celestia, Shield Warrior, Necro, Double Arcus, and the Wolf. So you're probably not sending back the Wolf. So, I mean, he's got 2 Arcus, so I don't know. It depends on the rest of John's hand. Necro's pretty bad right here, so yeah, Celestia doesn't seem bad. Ryan needs Lumina. If only he hadn't milled that charge. A recharge will fix that hand. But as far as who I'm rooting for, Lightsworn hasn't won that much on the channel. Like, John's already won a few times with this deck. I know he and I played in the mirror match in the finals once, like a little over a year ago. He and I played in the finals in a mirror match, and it was pretty wild. If you guys want to go back and watch all the finals that have ever happened on the channel, there's a playlist for Edison Format Finals. And there's one where John and I played a mirror match, and it was rough. He kept ripping it. I'm still not over it. All right, so here, John bottomlesses Ryan's Jane, and John drew the Gilman. So one of the reasons why I stopped playing this deck, because I tried 1 Gilman, 2 Gilman, and yeah, I just kept drawing it. It didn't matter how many I played. All right, so here he hits him for 17. I mean, you're not afraid unless if he top decked the Gores, but speaking of, I think it was last night, I played someone on DB. I trap Dust Shoot him. I know he doesn't have Heavy Storm, and then I set 2. I think I set 2 back rows, and then for his turn, he draws Heavy Storm, slams it down. I was so mad. All right. So John sparks the Gareth and draws 1 card. I mean, you know Ryan's hand's pretty slow, so... Ooh, and then John's got Wind Control, as my boy D Nasty likes to call it. Alright, so here comes Future Fusion from John. And he's going to reveal Ab-Zero and send Ocean and Prisma. I like Prisma in John's deck. I thought about playing it in the past, but what's interesting is kind of like some of you guys may remember when I got 2nd place at the Ultimate Time Wizard in Indy last year. I was on Hero Beat like the week up until the week before Indy, and last minute I just decided to play Vayu because I just didn't trust the Diva Hero Beat deck. Oh, 2 Gilmans. I forgot they beef each other up. So I mean, he leaves Ryan at 200, so he can't pay for JD. His hands, he finally drew out of it, finally drew a Solar Recharge. But it might not matter because he can't pay for JD. I mean, he milled a JD. Yeah, this might be GG. We'll see, can Ryan get out of it? So he normal summons Arcus, attacks himself. So John takes game 1 win away from his 11th win on the channel, or will Ryanide pull off the Legacy 2-0. It feels weird seeing Ryanide play Lightsworn because he was traditionally, you know, the Machina Frog guy at the local. But now, and then he played a lot of Hero Frogs as well. And now he's like all over the Lightsworn train. Which is good. I think one thing I've noticed, maybe not at RBTs, but at Ultimate Time Wizards, there's always a lot of Lightsworn players. It's a deck that whenever I expect to see more Lightsworn and GBs than decks like, you know, Dragon Turbo. That deck's kind of died out. Or even Zombies. Like, Lightsworn is just a fan favorite deck. People love that deck. That's why I would, you always have to be prepared for it. Anyways, here he Gilman's into Honest on John smashing grounds at Honest. And then activates a Future Fusion. Oh, but Ryan had the out. Good job, Ryan. Send that MST to stop the Future Fusion. Normally, I like to hold MST, but against Future Fusion decks and Black Whirlwind, you kind of gotta set that thing first turn. If it's a blind matchup, like it's game one, I don't know what my opponent's playing. Sometimes I'll set it depending on the rest of my hand. All right. Ooh, John with the Kaiku. Attacks with Gilman. Attacks a second Honest. That's a 4. I mean, it could have been Arcus, too. Yeah, it could have been Arcus. Because I think we know Ryan is on more than one Arcus. Okay, so it's been 2 turns to add the gut charge off Gold Sark. Here comes Charge. Mills Jane. Oh my god, I think Ryan's on Common Sworn. Common Charge, Common Honest. I have a Common Machina Quick Draw deck I've been playing on, but then my other deck is full of QCRs, like my Blackwing deck. I remember I was testing with, shout out to Cam Saunders. We were just playing for fun right before YCS Orlando, and I just picked up like a bunch of QCRs from the vendors at Orlando, and I kept drawing like all the brain control. I had just upgraded QCR, and I drew like every game against. It was hilarious. Like I kept beating him with brain control, but I ended up scrubbing out in the main event. Well, he did good. I think he almost topped. He was close. I think he lost on the bubble. Anyways, Ryan charges for Lumina. Yeah, Ryan charges for Lumina. Summons Lumina. Ryan's got Heavy and Lightning Vortex. Let's see what he can bounce back the Honest. Lumina effect. Discard Coup Wave. Now, are you afraid of John's back row? Well, it depends on what Ryan's back row is as well. But he's got Lightning Vortex and I believe Heavy. Coup. I got that Cold Wave thing from like one of my friends who used to play at locals. Some of you guys may have heard of him. His name is oh my body. His name is Jason Holloway. He owns a shop now, and he used to play a lot of Lightsworn, and he would always go cool way. All right, so here end phase Mill 5. Mill's a wolf. I like my body. Oh, this is another deck that my body's really good against. Hero Beat. That's why, like, some of you guys maybe saw me trying out Starlight Road. I just think my body's better. My body's a shield, not my body. My body as a shield is just a better card because it's a spell card. The only issue with my body is sometimes you will be under 15 and you can't use it. Or the life points will cost you the game. Yeah, but there's pros and cons to both Starlight Road and I think you can also my body Catastrophe if you have to. That's another good thing. I think. Or can you my body Catastrophe? I can't remember. Maybe not. Catastrophe activates what? At the start of the damage step? I don't think you use my body. I'm confused. I can't remember if you can use my body during the damage step. Here comes Heavy. Heavy's John Solemn. Lightning Vortex, Honest, Jane. So he can go Vortex, but John is still at 73. Summon Honest. So the only thing you're afraid of is the Gore. So 18, 11, and 21. I mean, if he doesn't have the Gores, then you're in a good spot. Yeah, he's at 23. Bounce back to Honest. And phase Mill Shield Warrior, Mill Arcus. Miracle. There it is. It's in his hand. Does he not have a hero? Oh, he didn't draw a hero. This is what I tell people. If you play Hero Beat, you need to run 3 E-Call. Because you got to see, this deck can't win. If you don't see Alias, you cannot win with this deck. Your Honest will most likely be dead. Your Miracles will be dead. Your Spark will be dead. So, yeah, this is why I always tell people. You got to play triple E-Call. And Upstart. But John can see. He just didn't see hero. Now, the only hero... He did see one hero, technically, which was Future Fusion, but Ryan had the out in MST. All right, so Ryan pulls this game, and now he's going to try to get the Legacy 2-0. And I am rooting for Ryan. I'm not going to root for John because he's already won with this deck. He beat me one time in the finals, and I'm still not over it because if you guys go back and watch it, he kept ripping it. It was ridiculous. Like, he kept drawing, like, the best card. Like, we were both kind of top decking, and I was drawing, like, the worst card every turn while he was drawing, like, the best card. I don't know how many times John and I have played in the finals. I remember that one. Maybe there's another one I forgot about. Ryan's also beat me. Ryan, I think, beat me quite a few times in the finals. I know he beat me with frogs multiple times. All right, let's see. Here comes Recharge, discard Celestia, draw 2, Mills, JD, and Lila. So 2 names. JD gone. He's got Charge. Activates Charge, Mills Lumina, My Body, and Honest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't use My Body during the damage step. I think it says it on the card, but that is a new wording. I guess we'll go look it up. I think the new My Body says you can't use it on the damage step. Yeah, it says except during the damage step. Okay, so yeah, you can't use it on Catastrophe because I'm pretty sure Catastrophe activates at the start of the damage step. So you can't My Body Catastrophe. Yeah, you can't. Okay, so Ryan charges for Arcus. Summons Arcus. Sets looks like Beckoning and maybe Beckoning, Mirror Force, and I think a Dust. Does he have Trap Dust Shoot? See, every time I hold Trap Dust Shoot, I get punished. I got punished yesterday on DB for holding the Trap Dust Shoot. Alright. Like, I held the Dust Shoot and my opponent was playing Frogs. And then, I could have just sniped his Treeborn and the rest of his hand would have been dead. Okay, so here, John summons Diva into Gilman. Now, you probably... Now, do you go for Catastrophe here? But Ryan's got Beckoning, Mirror Force, and I think Dust. So if John does go for Catastrophe, he's going to get Mirror Forced. I mean, one Honest is gone. So... Attack, and here comes the Dust. Oh, wow. He hit the Solemn. Okay, so I think what happened was, at the start of the battle phase, he went Dust. Then on Attack Declaration, he Mirror Forced, and he was able to do the Solemn. That's how you're supposed to do it. But some people try to argue, like, because if he goes Dust, Chain, Mirror Force, then John will be able to Solemn. That's why you have to do it at the start of the battle phase. All right, so here comes Miracle Fusion from John. Banishes Stratos and Diva. Stratos and Diva, so we're both at 8,000. Yeah, I get it. You weren't that afraid of Mirror Force because you had the Solemn, but Ryan just had... I mean, this is still okay. John is up 2 cards. Because after this... No, well, he's up 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they're even. They're even in cards. Never mind. Because John is going to draw for turn, and he's naturally up 1 because he went first, game 3. So attacks. I mean, this is a good trade, though. You trade... Well, for John, you get rid of his second Honest and his Arcus for your Ab-Zero. And all Ryan has left is like another Arcus and Garoth in his hand. Yeah, I think Ryan's playing Arcus Turbo. Or I think he might be on 3 Arcus. Yeah, Arcus Turbo. Some decks can't deal with Arcus. All right, so John with the Kaiku. That might hurt him. He's got Beckoning, so he might have to chain Beckoning. Yeah, chain Beckoning. Gets rid of Garoth and Shield Warrior. Now, this is what it comes down to. Do you grab back JD and Lumina? But how many names will you have after he Kaikus you? Yeah, that's probably what Ryan is trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm not sure how good this Shield Warrior card is. I guess it'll protect his Lumina. So he adds Lumina and JD. And John is going to banish probably... Let's see, he's got Celestia, Lila, Arcus, Garoth. So he has exactly 4 names. So John is probably going to get rid of, yes, the Garoth, the 2 biggest threats. Well, like Arcus, so he gets rid of Lila and Garoth. That way he can't just Lila the back row. And Garoth can just run over Kaku. Again, I don't know John's back rows. This is just my head, what I'm thinking. Okay, so he's got Lumina, JD, 2 Lightsworns in the grave. That Shield Warrior, do you have to banish Shield Warrior? Is it like a Necrogardener, or what does it say? I have to read this card. Shield Warrior. Says, yeah, you can't. You have to banish it from your graveyard, so you can't even use it under Kaiku. Discard Wolf. What else does John have? Skill Drain? Oh, Chain Karma Cut. So he chose the Arcus in defense mode. Okay, this was a good move. End phase, mill another wolf. Oh, wow. Okay, that's not good. So now you know his last card is JD. But John has the Diva. So that answers... Now you can go Catastor. But you still can't... How many names does he have? I think he still won't have 4 names. So it's still looking good for John. You go Catastor. Hit over either the Wolf or the Arcus. Probably the Wolf. That way you can still have your Kaiku on the field. Because if you hit over Arcus, then Wolf runs over Kaiku. So I think the play is to just go... He hasn't used Catastor this game, has he? Or was that last game? Was that last game he used Catastor? Okay, I think he used a Catastor already. Oh yeah, so Catastor got Mirror Force. See, I want to mention one thing. I've ran 2 Catastors in Hero Beat in the past because you don't really go into your extra deck that much. Oh no, he hit over. No, he should have hit over the Wolf. No. Well, again, I don't know his other back row. But, like, Arcus wasn't doing anything, man. You could have just ran it over next turn. See? Oh, no. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. He would have got Celestia anyway. Target. Mills another Wolf. And let's see. What's he going to target? Are you afraid of Starlight Road? So you go, come on, Starlight Road. Oh, and I think he has 4 names now. Oof. Ryan ripped it. He ripped that Celestia. But I still think John should have went for the Wolf instead of the Arcus. What does he have? Like a... What does he have? Like a... What's that trap card called? Transmigration Prophecy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 5 names. So if you transmigration, you can return Lila and Jane. That gives him 3 names. Yep, that gives him 3 names. Okay, that's what it was. No, not the Wolf. No, he has 4 names. No, what's going on? No, John. No. Yeah, he was supposed to return. Uh-oh. So he attacks him for 600 and attacks him for 500. So 63, 62. End phase, mill 4. Mill Arcus. Right? He had 5 names, right? It was Celestia. It was Jane. I have to pause it. It was like Jane, Lila, Celestia, Wolf, and Arcus. Yeah, Jane, Arcus, Lila, Wolf, Celestia. So he gets rid of both the names, and then his thing is dead, and then you just run it over with. Oh, he had another one. Oh, but he was getting. Yeah, but. Oh no. That was a rough ending. It happens. The finals is just it's way more pressure in the finals, especially when you're on camera. People who are watching from the sidelines don't know. That's why I always get. I remember I was watching the finals of YCS Orlando, and people were giving the GB player a lot of heat because he goes cat and tries to pop a set Raikou with Marmillo. And I remember I was telling people during when it happened in real time, and they were kind of giving the guy a lot of heat for. I told him, I was like, guys, I've been there before. I've been in the finals of Ultimate Time Warriors. It's not the same as just a regular match because you know you're playing for a lot of prizes. Now this is a little different. It's not as the stakes aren't as high, but still, it's the finals of locals. You have there's usually at our locals there's usually a crowd watching the finals, and then also you're on camera, so everyone on the channel is going to watch. So sometimes you make mistakes. It happens. And I think, oh man, could John have won that one? I don't know. Because I think he could have transmigration, returned the 2 and left. He could have left Ryan with only 3 names. And he would have milled. Then he would have. Oh, he couldn't run over the android because Ryan picked both back rows. Probably wasn't anticipating transmigration. I wouldn't either. It's at 1, and most people don't cite it. So that's why Ryan went for the back rows, and then he would have just then he would have just ran over the Celestia, and he still would have had 3 names. Maybe John wins. We'll never know. And also, and again, I think he should have hit over the what's it called, the Wolf, but that one didn't matter because Ryan top decked Celestia. So. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the finals. It was a good finals. It looked like John was winning, but now granted, Ryan did rip it. He ripped the Celestia, but John could have maybe stolen that game, even though Ryan was getting lucky. But yeah, we'll never know. That was interesting. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya, one word, all caps. Yep, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.